Well, that was a short intro, 10 seconds, and we're recording. Hey, Mark, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. So here we are on Discord on Strumfront Saturdays. Don't ask how I became Strumfront. It's kind of a bit of a dilapidated story. I originally inadvertently called it Stormfront, and Stormfront is a very inappropriate term, I hear. How did I know those guys existed? They're not.
Uh-huh.
They're not supposed to exist. But anywho, so we're talking about scenario 114, J
Uh,
114.
241.
Oh, J
241.
241. And what's
Yeah.
it called?
It is called It's a Battlefield.
It's a battlefield.
Yep.
Oh,
It takes
it's from
place in
14.
France. Yep. June 11th, 44. Uh, J241 from the new Journal 14.
Darn it, I didn't buy Journal 14 yet.
Oh, you haven't gotten that one?
I think I got
Yeah.
13.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty new. I know that it's still, I think some people are still getting it. But yeah, I always liked, I've been playing a lot less time than most of the people I play with. And so oftentimes a lot of the older scenarios folks have played. So sometimes it's good for my opponents. They like to kind of get into the new stuff. So, and I don't mind playing some of the new stuff. I play a mix, old stuff and new stuff as far as scenarios are concerned. Um, so anyway, what do you want to talk about now, sir?
Oh, you can call me George. I don't
George.
know. If you want to talk about your setup,
Sure.
I can guarantee you that your opponent will not hear your thoughts until next Saturday.
That's okay. I don't mind anyway. I don't know that his hearing my thoughts would be detrimental to me anyway, because I don't know how many thoughts I have. So let me bring it up in Vassal, and I'll show it to you then, and we can get started. So bear with me just for a moment. Um, oops. All right, so I'm in J241. Oh, wait, you have a room already. So should I get into your room instead?
Sure, and I'll sync to you.
Okay. Well, I'll just create a room then. So I'm in J241 if you want to sync to me there, or tell me if I need to go into the other
I
room.
see where you are. It's fine.
Okay.
I'll get
All
into the
right.
room. Join room, right? There you go.
Yeah. All right. I see you.
I'll sync to you. Oh,
Thanks. Yeah, I was saying before, I've been haven't been playing for that long, and I sometimes it takes me a bit of time to I get a little of that analysis paralysis, and it takes me a bit of time to figure out what's the best way to set up a defense. I think attacking is easier in the game in that you don't have to worry so much about developing the defense. You just kind of go in there and the battlefield's kind of already set up. Even if the units are concealed, you kind of have a focus. Where if you're on the defense, you have to come up with your plan. I'm always thinking that it could be a better way to set it up, but I guess it's part of the fun of the game. So, but anyway, this is it. It's a battlefield. It's like I said, June 11th, 44. It's a scenario it's actually Canadian. So it's the 3rd Canadian Infantry Division. That's the side that I'm going to be playing, and I'm on the defense. And the Germans, it's going to be a combination, I think, of some Panzerlehr, 130th Regiment, and there might be some paratroopers with it as well. One of the things I like about this one is that there's not that many special rules, and the map's pretty simple. There weren't a lot of overlays, so it's pretty easy to just jump in. It's a 7-turn scenario, and the objectives for the Germans are they need to end up controlling greater or equal to 16 building hexes on map 46, which is the eastern side map. So North side is on the left, or the north part of the maps are on the left. So you got 46 is on the east, and then 43 is on the west. So as far as the Canadians are concerned, I need to set up on or north of hex row 43L 46V. So that's kind of where this building is, kind of up in the, like kind of right over here. I just stuck the mortar, so it's kind of, that's kind of the setup. I have to be to the left of that or to the north of that. And I've got some concealment markers, but I'm also able to conceal units that are, if they set up in concealment terrain, so that's good. So I think that'll give me an opportunity when I set up to have, a couple good dummy stacks, since I don't need to depend on my concealment markers. And then my opponent is going to set up on the board south of this line. So I guess normally I wouldn't be able to set up concealed to begin with, since we're both setting up on the map, but that's an advantage that I have. Disadvantage, I guess, would be that my opponent's got 3 Panthers and 3 Panzer 4Js. So he's got 6 tanks, and I don't start off with any armor, but on turn 3 I get looks like I get a Firefly and a couple of Cromwells, so he's definitely going to have an advantage in the armor department. And he's got 13 squads to my 10, plus I got a couple crews for, I guess I've got a couple of anti-tank guns, 17 pounders, so that's good too. So now I'm looking here and trying to figure out what in the world am I going to do. Again, the objectives are for me to hold the buildings, so they're all in the kind of the top left part of the map if you're looking at the map. So I need to, and I really can't set up much farther away from the building, so I think I don't have much of an opportunity to set up further in front to kind of prevent my opponent from kind of pushing me back. He's going to be kind of right on top of me from the get-go. I guess when I'm looking at a scenario like this, the first thing I'm thinking about is where can I stick my anti-tank guns hip in a good spot or good spots so that I can kind of, defend myself or ambush them. So let me see here, the map going all the way down to the bottom. So even if I get all the way to the bottom, I guess I can put a line real quick just to kind of establish where my setup is. Let me do that real quick. Let's see. I need to get this and get label or map annotation, straight line. Nope, that's not what I want. I'm gonna, let's see. Yeah, that's what I want. And I got 20 hex one. Yeah. So I'll set this up. So I have to set up kind of like that. Nope. Oops. There you go. Kind of like that. So that's where I'm setting up in front of. Try one more time. Oops. Yeah. Kind of like that. Okay. Well, that makes it a little easier. Any questions, George?
Um, no questions, but I got a couple of thoughts if I can share them with you.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so for the AT guns, um, if you set them up in concealment terrain, right, you don't have
Yeah,
to.
I'll get them hip.
You get them hip, and you don't have to reveal them right away when they
Yep.
become inside the law. So, brush is concealment terrain, I believe, and
Yep.
so are wheat fields. So
Yep.
that terrain kind of is to your advantage. The other terrain feature that is in to your advantage are he needs to have 16 building hexes, I
Mm-hmm.
guess.
Yep. It's hexes, not buildings.
Past row. Let's see, uh, on north of hex row U. So I'm guessing
Yep.
this is north.
Yep. North is at the left side of the map.
So he has 1, 2, 3, 4. That no, these don't count. He has only one building in hex row U here. But then
Yep.
this is what we're talking about, and only infantry can control buildings, not AFVs.
Yep.
And then with his AFEs, he has two or three disadvantages. One is you cannot bring them close into the village because you can use street fighting, right, to
Yep,
ambush
that's
them.
true.
Then there are special rules with respect to village roads. So as long as he's going through them, he's fine. But if he stops in a village road, since he has a 75 LL guns, traversing will be very difficult for him to change his covered arc in a village road, right?
Yep, true.
Then his panthers are large targets, so they're easily you have an advantage of you have a positive a modifier in your favor on the to hit table. He doesn't, and also he has weaker turrets, whereas you have stronger turrets and your Shermans. And then he has star 15 on his counter for his Panthers, right? And you know what the star 15 means?
Yep, for you could stall.
Exactly. So you're on
Yep.
the ball.
Yep. I guess the bad thing is he's got that big 18 frontal armor.
Yeah,
But
frontal armor. If you hit him on the hull, but if you hit him on the turret, then it becomes a 12, I believe.
is it I think it's a 14. I think it drops to
Oh,
14.
drops to 14. I don't know that off by heart. The armor
Yeah.
factors I don't know off by heart, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I got to take a look and see what the 17 pounders. So they're 76. They're not slouches. They're 76 LL, which is what? That is 23. So yeah, I mean, so they're definitely powerful anti-tank guns. They even against the frontal armor, they got a slight chance to do something if they need to. But I mean, like you said, I mean, at the end of the day, it's really the German infantry that I need to be concerned with. If I'm focusing on the victory conditions, I gotta figure out how to keep the German infantry out of the town.
You got it.
Um, yeah, I got a church over here in AA7, I think. Let's see. And
Okay.
like I said, I really haven't looked at the scenario at all. Pretty much start looking at it for the first time right now. So I can put a machine gun up here. Got some line of sight because of the up into the southeast of there. This is a pretty big building. I don't like W7 though because that with the row house effect, I guess it doesn't allow me a lot of room to back up if I need to. This here might be a better position because then I could kind of fall back through the buildings if I need to. Um, I think that the hedges, or I don't know if they're hedges or if it's bocage. I guess they're hedges because it doesn't say. Let me see. Yeah, it doesn't say that it's bocage. So that'll still kind of interfere with my line of sight. And I got another one down here on the western part of the board. So yeah, you know what happens a lot of times in games like this when I'm playing is I've got a bad habit of setting up like my anti-tank guns, and I'll set them up like on the edge of the board, and and then my opponent will drive in on the other side of the board. So I'm always a little bit hesitant. I tend to put things on the edges of the board because I think a lot of times people advance and use the board edges as kind of a defense because I don't have to worry about that flank. But if I put the AT guns kind of in the middle and I have them close together even, then I could maybe have them pointed separate directions and I could have kind of a good line of sight. Yeah, I don't kind of put myself on the spot here. I don't really know where I should go. But let's see. I'm going to pull them out. Where are the AT guns anyway? Actually, I don't think my opponent did. He was generous to set the scenario up. I don't think he set up the AT guns, so I'll have to pull them out of the tray. So give me a moment. Maybe you was hoping I'd forget about them. Have you haven't obviously this is a pretty new scenario. You haven't played this one, right?
No, no.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I didn't get ASL
Okay. Yeah.
version.
Oh yeah. You said you haven't gotten it yet. Yep. Sorry, you
Yeah.
did say that.
It'll set me back a good
Just,
$100 in shipping and Canadian
oh yeah.
taxes
Yeah.
and
Yeah. That's
exchange.
rough. Yep.
How much is it? US $60, something like that.
I don't know. I pre-purchased it.
Oh,
There's a couple of great places to buy things. I know Ritter Creek's a good source. I like. They're good to buy from. Occasionally, I'll buy direct from MMP just to kind of get an opportunity to be eligible for some of the sales they do. Later in the year. I think if you purchase things, so I kind of mix it around a little bit. But I think on a pre-purchase, it was something like maybe like 55 or something like that. I'm not sure.
hmm.
I was kind of excited just because of the campaign game. I like the idea of being able to play small campaign games. So I know that Sparrow Force, I think, is the campaign game in there. It's a nice map and Australians and Japanese. So that was kind of one of the main draws for me.
I kind of regret not buying ASL Journal 14.
Yeah. So, all right. So anyway, let me see here. Um, and again, my opponent's going to set up over there. I think I'm going to be on the safe side and try to stick to defending the northeast part of the map more. So I think I'm going to kind of keep my guns to the northeast. I'm thinking that E1, the woods hex here, might be an option. I don't like the fact that it'll make it pretty hard when if I have to change my covered arc. I mean, I could put them somewhere like really close up here, but I think that would be pretty difficult. I can get overrun pretty quickly. Let's see. Um, I think if I put them someplace like this, then I'd have a Well, I guess I'd have the wall advantage here. Oops. Let's see. No, that's a pretty stupid place to put them. I could put them in the building. I could have one like over here, but again, once I shot, that would pretty much be all she wrote, and that's pretty close. I don't know, George. Would it make sense to kind of give me some time to set up and then come back, or what do you think?
Oh, we're just shooting the bull here.
Okay, well that's fine too. In that case, um, so I don't think that graveyards are actually concealment terrain. Is that right? I don't think that they are. Not that that's the best
Let's
place
take a
to
look
put it
at
anyway.
this.
I'm looking at
We
my
got a
charts
plus
right
one
now.
ton. Graveyard. Nope, it's not in red.
Yeah, so that's not good. I didn't think so. Well, and again, like you said, I don't think that we have to worry too much about Panthers driving through the village. It seems kind of a dangerous proposition for them. So, at the end of the day, I think I want to have my guns down here. So I think I'm going to put. Let's see. I'm going to put one here, which will kind of cover the flank in case my opponent wants to kind of drive around and come through the grain field on the northwest side of the map. So I'll have this gun here. And let's see. So I think I'll put one guy there, and I'll put my crew with him there. So here we go. And then let's see, where else would I want to put my other gun? I'll have to think it over, but for now, I think I'll put another gun maybe like over here. Something like that. It seems kind of a mini max kind of a thing. If he comes from this side, I've got a lot of coverage. If he comes from the eastern side of the board, then that's going to be kind of a waste. So I might have to reconsider this. But I'm just putting them there tentatively for now. As far as my infantry is concerned, like I said, I have 10 squads, so I think I can deploy 2 of these. So, and the advantage again that I can conceal everybody means that I could have a lot of half squads. So let's see. I'm gonna clone these guys 4 times, and I'm gonna get rid of this other one. So I've got 4 half squads out of my 2 with my free deployment. Gonna use one of my half squads to man my mortar, and I'll have to figure out where the mortar goes. I like putting half squads with Piats too. That way I'm not wasting the whole squad kind of holding a Piat. So I got those guys there. All right. As far as the church is concerned, I'm trying to remember. Is it only a half squad that can go up in it? Well, I don't even know. Is that automatically a steeple if it's got the church symbol there? I got to look that up real fast.
I think so. I can look it up in
So
the rule book real quickly. I remember reading
thanks.
about
Yeah, I'm
this.
checking too. If that is a steeple, then well, it doesn't say it. I don't know if it has to be by SSR. But let me check quick. If that's the case, and I think also if it has to be a half squad, I'll stick a half squad up there, maybe with a medium machine gun. If I can have a full squad, I might have a full squad there.
I'm pretty sure it's
Let's
only
see.
a half squad.
Yeah, I think so too. Let's see. Well, thank you for checking that. While you're checking that, I'm going to stick a couple. So let's see. So I think I'm going to start off with some guys over here. I don't know that I'm gonna have them that close together like that, but I know this guy I like again because he's got a way to fall back pretty easily. Um, let's see. I like this side over here. I like having like something like over there, or maybe over here with a light to begin with, maybe a medium. And having another squad like over here, maybe. And let's see, what else am I trying to do here? I think I need somebody way up at the top. I don't like this building over here, but it's definitely, I think the building's too far south on the board. There's really not a lot of terrain behind the building. I think if I stuck anybody in there, they'd kind of get wiped out pretty quick. They wouldn't have any place really to route to. So I'm gonna let him possibly take that building, and then he'll have this open ground here he has to worry about if he's coming through. Um, let's see. Well, I'm going to stick with the thought that I can stick somebody at least up there. Were you able to find out about the
Yep,
church? How many
that's a
levels? I think
steeple.
is it 2 levels? That is a steeple. Okay, great.
Yep, it's one level higher than what the building normally is. So that's a one and
Okay,
a half. So it should be two and a half.
2.5. Okay, great.
And you
Thank you for
also
looking
have
that up.
and you also have two single hex two-story houses that have a round circle. Actually, three. I see three now. One, yeah,
Yeah, right
two,
here, here, and here.
three. Yeah.
Okay, that's a good thought. So I think I'm going to stick a medium machine gun up here, and I think I'll stick maybe somebody up there. Let me see. So I got to find a steeple counter. So what is that? Info, got it. Steeple. So I guess you said it's 2.5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I got a 2.5? No. So I'll just call it 2. I'm just going to label it here. So in case there's any question, 2.5 level. Okay. And I'm going to stick my medium up here. Where'd my other half squad go? There he is. So I'll do that. And I'll stick an 8.0 leader there. Well, actually, I don't even need a leader. I was thinking of sticking the 8.0 leader there to help with not getting rolling doubles or having a problem there. But the British don't cower, so I don't have to worry about that. Um, okay, so I think I got that, and they're in concealment terrain. So I'll be able to set those guys with concealment markers. Up here, let's see. So that's going to be able, that's a level, so that's a level 1 or level 2? That's level 1, right? With
Where?
the dot, level
It's
1.
a two-story house.
Oh, it's a 2-story house. Okay.
That's Bravo
So,
31.3. Single hex two-story house.
okay.
It's a one and a half level
Um,
loss obstacle with both a ground and a first level location with an inherent stairwell.
so he'll be able to see over this because well, this is level 1.5 or 1.
That's one.
That's 1. Yeah. So he'll be able to see over a little bit. Okay, so let's see. Um, as far as my Piats are concerned, I think I want to stick. Let's see. Maybe one over here. And then he's got route possibilities, or he's got ability to kind of move back that way. I don't know. Let's see. These guys come on turn 3, so we don't have to worry about the vehicles. Yeah, definitely stick a guy up here, I think, with a light. And let me get the level. So I need level 1. So that'll be 1.5. Right, so I got my medium machine guns in the middle. Piats, where should the Piats go? Well, I got one over there. You need some theme music or something. If anybody's watching, I don't want to be bored with my hemming and hawing here.
That sounds good.
Let's see. I like this area here. There's not a lot of places to run away from, but if I have a machine gun here, I can get a lot of, I might be able to get some shots that way. I don't know that he's really going to come that way. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick somebody here. That may be foolish because he doesn't have a lot of places to run, but at least that'll be kind of protective. Well, if I do that, I won't really be able to protect them, though. Maybe I'll bring them back over here. Okay. So this might very well be a video of how not to set this scenario up, but I'm still going with it. So let's see. I think I got somebody. Let's see.
I once tried to make a video about how not to play chess, and the guy ended up giving up and running away.
Yeah,
So this might be a
that probably
brilliant
would seem
setup for all
likely.
we know.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I guess it depends on where he comes on as well.
Yeah,
So I think I'll go over here. Well, no, I'll go over here. I like this because this gives me a chance to fall back that way. All right, so my 10-minute setup. Where would I want to put the other? Yeah, I don't like the two guns here. I got to figure out real quick if there's a better place. I think I might swap this out. So I think I'll keep this gun here. I think I'm going to move the gun up here. I think I'll move the Piat over. No, I don't like that either. I think I'm going to put the Piat someplace like over here, and I'm going to bring the other gun. Where did I put him? I think I'm going to bring the other gun kind of like this, and I'll change his covered arc. So that it doesn't really give me much of a shot, though, does it? Maybe if I go like this, that might be something I can do. That way it kind of protects this section here. All right, I think I'm going to do something like that. Might be good, might not be good, but we'll go with it. And then let's see. So I think I'll where's my medium? I got one more medium I got to place. Where do I want to put the medium? I think I'll stick them over here to kind of give them a good line of good range of fire options. And then let's just put a leader like that. We're going to put a leader on the ground floor here so people can fall back and he can kind of advance up if he needs to kind of rally some guys. And then I'm going to have a similar thing here so that he can fall back. And then this here seems kind of bad. I need to do a better setup there. Let's see. I think I'll stick this guy here and maybe this guy over here. Yeah. And then the mortar, where am I going to put the mortar? I forgot about that. I think I'm going to put the mortar someplace like down here so it's got kind of an angle. So let's see. So I'll put the mortar over, let's see. I'll put them over here that way. Well, is that stupid? Yeah, I'd be interested if everybody struggles setting up like I do. So I'm not sure. I think
I
some
think I struggle
guys,
as well,
yeah,
like you do.
uh, yeah. Um, well, I'll leave them over there, and then if I need to, I can kind of move them up this way, or if I need to move them back, or maybe move them over here, I'll kind of set them there for now, and it gives them a little bit. That doesn't give them a great line of sight. Maybe if I set them over here, that's a little better line of sight. Yeah, I'll put them over there. Okay, and then my 9-1 leader. Let's see where we want him. I think I'll have an 8-0 here, and I'll stick this guy here. So that'll give him a chance if he needs to move back a little quicker. Okay, so might be bad, might be good, but I'll start over here. So I think pretty much everybody I set up's in concealment terrain. So I think what I'm going to do, I get 8 concealment markers. So first I'm going to grab some concealment markers and set these guys up concealed, since that's one of the rules. So I'm going to get the allied OOB set up here. I need concealment markers. So here we are. Let's make a bunch. Okay. And then we'll just start concealing here, 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 here. So I think right away I'll definitely stick some dummy stacks in the building there to make him waste some time and kind of see if he wants to commit to that. Let's see, we're up there, we're concealed. Let's see, more copies, more clone. All right, and then I'm going to hip these guys. So let's hip the gun, and let's hip this gun, which is, of course, one of the main reasons I love playing on Vassal, because you could do that, and you could see where everybody is, and you don't have to worry about writing it down or having it on a real map, although I do love playing face-to-face as well. So I think that's 8 dummies right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One too many. Do you play a lot of face-to-face or more
No,
Vassal?
unfortunately, more vassal than face to face. Yeah.
Yeah.
I even have a
All
hybrid
right.
game where my opponent plays on Monday nights. He plays on the board, and I got to move things on Vassal and communicate. Not through Skype, but through Skype, not through Discord. Yeah, and I kind of
Oh,
read
that's
out the
good.
coordinates for him, and
Yeah.
you don't have sniper counters. He forgot to give you sniper
Yeah.
counters.
I'm gonna pull those out too. Thanks.
So the major
Okay.
difference between Vassal and the board game is you actually have to you have to, in the actual game, the board game, the sniper counter, the number 1 should be in the direction of the letter coordinate, but here it's always
Yeah.
facing up like a page. So we kind of
Yep.
settled that out, came to a compromise on that one.
Yep. So let's see. What's my stance? I got a 3 ELR, and my SAN is also 3. So let's see. Increase, 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 and then ELR. Oops, ELR 3. And I got to say, my opponent did a nice job of setting this scenario up. I always like when they use. I think this is Neil's got this little whatever you call this banner to kind of set
Mm-hmm.
up the scenario. I like that when that's done. I think I'll hold off on setting my sniper up until my opponent sets up. And hey, I did that pretty quick. That was really quick for me.
Mm.
Oh, and I didn't even notice here. He did have this set up here, so that was nice. And then let's see. As far as you, I actually was looking at this wrong. I think I was looking at this U right here, this hex row U, but the map says onboard 46 on or north of hex row U. Huh. I wonder, I'll have to check with my opponent, because I wonder if he was looking at this hex row because he set the marker up here. And then his setup is going to be on or south of hex row 43V 46L. Yeah, so I think I'm right. Yep. 43L. Yeah, I'm right. Okay. So I got my dummy set up. I got my troops set up. Thanks for the help on the steeple. Ready to do my sniper, and then I think as far as my reinforcements, obviously they're going to come on. They all have to come on within 2 hexes of each other. The tanks, and they have to come on somewhere on the north side of the map. So I think obviously wherever the Germans are at turn 3 will dictate where I bring my armor on. And hey, I think I'm ready to go. So when we get cracking, we'll have a good game. All right. Any last suggestions there, George, before I sign off on this one?
Yeah, your 45L guns, did you check their ammo type? Because I saw that they were underlined. Does that mean that they only have AP
Oh,
ammunition only?
yeah, that's one thing I need to do. I like to, so let me clone a couple of these guys and unhip. I always like to set these guys up on the side. Yeah, I think they only have, I think underline on the bottom means they only have AP. Let me check though.
If you right click on the counter and go info,
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Info. Where's the info? There it is. Okay. Oh, they do have HE. So after June of 44, and this is June of 44. So, hey, I'm going to have some of that. So I'll put this here. I'll make a copy of this guy. And I'll make a copy of this guy. So these are Cromwell's, and
hmm.
that I think it is a Sherman VCA. I think it's a Firefly. I'm not positive. Um,
They're pretty lucky weapons and pretty awesome.
yeah. Yeah, well, you'll have to try this one sometime since you're Canadian. You want to play some scenarios with Canadian troops, right?
Absolutely.
All right. So I got that there. Oops, don't mean to do that. I want to grab my hip guy. So I'll move this over here. All right, now I'm set. So yeah, so I got some HE and let's see, smoke. Um, the Cromwell's got smoke mortars and smoke dispensers and smoke. So I think that'll be pretty helpful in white phosphorus. Where the Cromwell's got they got the full Monty of smoke. And then if this is a Firefly or whatever, this nice um, big gun British armored unit, it's got HE with a 7. Okay, so looks pretty good. All right. Well, I think I'm set. So I guess I'll let you know how the game goes. And I think we
Sure.
play for the first time next week. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to spend a few minutes with you and show you my setup. Hopefully, people will write back and give me some suggestions on all the places I could have done better at setting my guys up. But I'm going to go with this for starters, and we'll see how it goes.
Okay, I'm going to post the video on Saturday morning. I'll share with you the link, and thanks for stopping by and having a chat with me. Pleasure meeting you,
Yeah,
Mark.
George, I really enjoyed it. Nice to talk to you. I'll see you around. Great. Keep up the good work with all your videos.
Thank you, sir. Take care.
All right. Take care. Bye bye.